I wasn't expecting this much growth this fast, and it's mainly because of you at about 900.
900K revenue in like 5 months.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And 80% of that is from you guys.
Wow. So amazed to hear that. Really excited to have you on this call, brother. I know we started 5 months back and it's been a roller coaster journey. It's, ups and downs. We have fixed many things. So all the people that are watching this testimonial, this interview over here, can you tell us a little bit about your story, Jake? How you starting with this roofing business? What kind of jobs that you do and where you are located and all of that?
Yeah, so I've been in the industry for 12 years. Just kind of got to the point where it made more sense for me to go out on my own. Started that journey a year and a half ago, kind of more or less part-time for the majority of it. And then whenever we started working together 5 months ago is when I went full-time. And things right away, a little bit bumpy, just trying to get everything in line. But once things did align, everything kind of took off. I went from making next to no revenue, and within 5 months, one man selling, managing, doing all the office work with 2 crews in the field. Now we're at about 900,000 and still a lot of jobs coming in. So needless to say, we've made a lot of progress. Right away, I was a little cautious and worrisome as far as it working out or not, but I trusted the team to make some adjustments and gave them all the power, and everything worked out in the end.
Jake, when we first started, specifically, why were you looking for some kind of marketing in the first place and not relying on, maybe door to door or referrals?
So I live in a rural area, a town about 15,000 people. So I knew that me being one man, I couldn't do the sales, managing, and all the marketing side of things, whether that was door to door, Facebook ads, whatever it may be. That's whenever I called on you. You kind of put it off for a couple weeks and you kept at it. And finally, we set something up and I was pretty impressed. We pulled the trigger, went with you, and it's been a very great experience all around.
Awesome. I love it. Like, Jake, if I'll ask, how was your business like before even working with us? Was it like you trying to get all the business coming through referrals and all, and also managing the sales part, also managing where your crews are and everything?
Yeah. So honestly, before you, I was the jobs came from either A, word of mouth, or B, just people calling from Google. I tried SEO before too. That I didn't see any results with that. I just think I was too new on Google.
Yeah.
Didn't have any reviews really. Just getting started with that. So I really didn't have anything to go off of before you guys, honestly.
I see.
With trying all the different things, I was also doing all the field work too. So once we started working together, I was able to take a step back, focus more on the sales and management side of things, and allow my 2 crews to do all the field work. So it was more or less a side job in the beginning, just trying to build some capital to get going. Once I did that, that's when we met and we took off.
Makes sense. Awesome. And also, like, because you touched base on SEO, like you were trying to do some SEO in the past, please, some other roofer that is just trying to get his marketing online. They have been build the business, maybe a successful business, or they just started out right now and they're just getting online right now. They've been like the old fashioned way of door knocking, so maybe referrals, trying to grow with that, and now they're in a mood of getting online and they just want to do SEO. Like, what would you say to them if they don't have any presence? Like, do you think they can get good results, quick results, the way that you got through our system and paid ads and everything?
In all honesty, it's market dependent in my eyes. Maybe in a bigger city with 500,000 people, you'd get a lot more traction. But the rural side of the world, it's more beneficial going this route, 100%. It took off a lot quicker. I really didn't even have to build my online presence just because with your system, the leads were coming to me. Without an online presence, it's hard to build off of SEO.
I agree. Awesome. And like, Jake, if I'll ask if you can walk me through all the emotion that you were going through when you were trying to make a decision to get some marketing online, and even like trying to set this up with us, what was going through your mind? Like, what were you feeling?
Coming into it new, not knowing anything about the Facebook ads world in general, there's a lot of people out there and everybody tries to sell you on something a little different. So in my process, I kind of, I talked to quite a few people, but I felt the most comfortable going with you guys for many reasons, because you took the time to find out what my goals were and the communication was there 100% of the way.
Yeah.
And it was probably the best decision that I made, with between talking to different people. And I'm very glad that I did, because now we were able to do something that I didn't see coming. I was hoping for 500,000 and to hit 900, and we still have, 2.5 months within the year. I'd say that's the right decision.
Awesome. And on the results side, I know the first 2 weeks were a bit slow, but what were the results for you when you first enrolled with us, when the first ads go live, from that day to 60 days? Like, for the first 60 days, what were your results?
So that 60 days was a little bit slower. Like you said, 2-3 weeks before things even started coming in. But about 90 days in, whenever we were in that August month, there was a point where I got too overwhelmed. I think there was like 30 appointments within 2-3 weeks. I think it was 3 weeks that there was like 30 appointments,
Yeah.
and it got to the point where I was way too overwhelmed with what you guys were doing. So right before that time, or no, it was about halfway through, I think, that we bumped it up from $50 a day to $100,
Yeah.
and then things really took off with appointments. So then it wasn't even it was like 2 weeks that we ran the $100, and then I had to tell you guys to turn it back down to 50. So it was a rocky start, but once we got going, we were going good.
Awesome. And you also mentioned like that you do roofing, but you also do other services as well, like siding, windows. And with our system, the way we have set up, once you get into foot, how does people respond to you? And are you able to upsell these people to other jobs as well?
Yep. So there's been quite a few where I show up for roofing, and somehow we get started on the topic of siding, gutters, fascia, soffit. There's been a few that have turned into complete exterior systems for me. So that's siding, roofing, fascia, soffit, gutters. That the roofing appointments, that's the initial in. If you're good at communicating and focusing on other things as well, then there's definitely opportunity.
And I was looking at the ad spend, Jake, right now, and I think we have spent a total of $6,500. I think that's what we talk about on ads, right? So 6,700, and then including the marketing, the management fee and everything. So we have spent a total of 7K over there, right?
Yes, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So let me just do the math. Yeah. So 7K around on the ads and 7K for the management side. So far in the last 5 months, Jake, you have spent a total of 14K on our system. Like, what's the total revenue that you have made so far?
Revenue made, it's about 820. Still have contracts signed to get to that 900, and plus a lot of work still coming in. The majority of that is from you, about 80%.
80%. So even like if we say it's about like 700K, so $14,000 spent on the investment on the marketing, and like that's like 700K in back. I think that's a good ROI, right?
Yeah, that's a very good return on investment.
Awesome, man. I'm so happy, Jake. And also, like, Ashley, I want to ask, because there are a lot of contractors that has been burned a lot. I know this was the first time that you have done some marketing, and tried to do, and it really worked for you because you choose the right person. But there's a lot of companies that don't deliver. They just take money and they just sign up people for 3-6 month contract. They don't deliver. Because of that, there is a lot of roofing contractors that face the problem of fear of enrolling into the system because they don't trust. So if someone in that shoes, they're thinking on joining our Advertizo, scaling program, but they're on the fence, they just can't make the decision because they're a little bit skeptical about the marketing agencies. Any words for them?
Just do it. Just go with these guys. They've got it figured out. Got a great system. They use high level so you can be in tune with everything that they're doing if that's what you wish to be. No complaints at all.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jake, for hopping on and doing this with me. I'm really, really pumped for the future. And yeah, man, I appreciate your business, for the patience in the start. And yeah, let's scale this big. Let's scale to other services. Let's get more appointments and let's close more deals.
Let's get to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jake.